Global Leader Apprentice is a project-based learning experience for students in the 8th grade in the magnet program at Zachary. It is very student-centered and guided by the teacher for the purpose of simulating a real-world scenario in a work environment with larger groups outside of their friend group and their typical 3 or 4 group projects, and into one that is much larger, that is usually about 6, 7, or even 8 students. It is designed for mostly face to face, but it would translate well to an online learning environment. And it is an outcomes based educational experience. We do follow the Bloom's taxonomy, but this is the district's creation and spin on that with their design process, where they go through the asking and they research and then imagine, create, collaborate, and then improve. This is, and they would do this in throughout the process, either weekly and then as an overarching idea as they work through the process itself. So, what exactly is the Global Leader Apprentice? The Global Leader Apprentice is a several week process that is designed to give students an experience about working together to give them to learn give them the skills, those soft skills that are highly desired in the workplace by their future employers, such as interpersonal skills and conflict management, leadership, and more. The documents that are guiding this entire process, we do use our syllabus, which is giving them opportunity because it is a high school credit class. It follows the professional communications TEKS, and as well as their grading policy there. The students will also get a PBL checklist, which gives them an overview of everything that is going to be expected to be turned in or completed by the end of the project. This is the pacing calendar, or year at a glance, or at a glance, for the unit, and it ends on week 8, but ultimately it only takes about 5 weeks, maybe 6, for the project. As you can see, several grayed out days for testing or holidays and teacher planning. Each week is a Monday through Friday. At the end of every week, they are expected to complete a board meeting, which is a formative assessment. The board meeting is going to guide their ultimate final board meeting and their summative assessment on interpersonal skills. Additionally, the other document that guides the project itself is the lesson plan here. It gives the overview and more detail about what is expected, which this is the hyperlink document from the pacing calendar. It is a highly collaborative cross-curricular activity, and 3 other content also support the PBL that in this outcome-based experience, which is mine is professional learning. We also support with ELA, history, and then of course the fundamentals of computer science, which builds the website. The 3-column format is something I'm going to be introducing this year to students, as opposed to a standard syllabus. They will be able to see at a glance their learning outcomes. They're going to be able to see what activities are going to be happening every week, and then the activities itself that with the opportunities for learning. In their Schoology tile, they will have folders that will go live at the beginning of every week, and within these folders will be a checklist as well as mini lessons that will be embedded into the week, for them to work at their own pace, so it employs and encourages student choice where they can work and get feedback. Students on week, for example, for week 1, they're going to be working their SDG, they're choosing a location, and they're working together to choose a company name, logo, and slogan. There's also embedded into each week are many lessons that they can work through. These are hyperlink, highly interactive slides that take them through videos, exactly a little more about the global goals. Maybe they want to learn more about the global goal number 2, and each of these little icons are hyperlinked. The plan for this next year, we are hoping to invite in, as the teams have decided on their goals and their products, the hope is to be able to reach out to some community partners to give us support and help them flesh out some more ideas about their product or their service. There's also, we utilize our support teachers, the district instructional support teachers, that give us additional information on or mini lessons on how to use Adobe Express. They also have citation lessons on where they found their information. They're also given examples and exemplars of what we're looking for when we're trying to talk about websites or informational brochures. All of this is available to the students at the beginning of every week within their checklist. And then at the end of the week, they give me their final, their board reflection, which again gives them the opportunity to give feedback for themselves as well as for their team. So this gives that of, as, and for learning process. And the idea is that at the beginning, at the beginning of the week or at the beginning of the project, it is teacher directed, and then by the end of the week, it is more along the lines of a teacher coach, and students are more in charge of their own learning. So at the end of the project, they present their ideas to a panel, and then they reflect on their learning about what went well, what didn't go well, and other feedback to be able to move forward.